all they needed was the PMO leader to come in and say, this is where we're headed, this is how we're going to help you get there, and start holding leadership and sponsors accountable for engagement, right? It was a very simple thing, but I've seen passive PMO managers, I'll say, that I've coached and helped turn into leaders by just being present and holding people accountable for the changes they were trying to create. There's a role for us there. Anyone in the PMO or anyone in this change type organization has a role there, and we shouldn't forget that. So let's talk a little bit more about that with respect to sponsor engagement. So you're doing all the ground up stuff, you've got everyone excited about your change, and now we have sponsors. They don't, that's the other part of this triangle. They often don't know how to be sponsors. So let's go to one of these organizations. I was hired to build a PMO from the ground up. Prior to me getting there, they put a bunch of PMs in the room and said, poof, you're a PMO. Okay, what does this mean? What do we do? So I was hired to teach them how to be program managers and to build a PMO. Okay, fine. That was the easy part. A couple months in, I'm attending all these sponsor meetings, and I'm watching the same thing happen again and again. The program managers are sitting there scared to death to go into the room in front of all of these sponsors and business leaders, and they would say, well, here's the problem and all this, and you know what the sponsors are doing? What are you going to do to solve that? Everyone in the room is looking at the program manager and saying, what are you going to do to solve this problem? So after a couple of months of watching this, I was trying to listen before talking, I pull a steering committee meeting together of all these sponsors across all of these different change initiatives. And I said, hey guys, step up. You ask us. We are helping you get a change done for your business. Next time the program manager comes in with a challenge or needing a decision, your first question should be, what can I do to help? We are going to make you look good, or you're going to make yourself look terrible. There's no in between. So the problem they had was they didn't know how to be sponsors. So we did the work to say, okay, here's the agreement. Here's what the sponsor's going to do. Here's what we expect from you as a sponsor. Here's what you can expect from us as the PMO. Here's what you can expect from us as program managers. And that literally changed the game. The portfolio that was failing with program managers had no idea what they're doing. Now we are running a successful portfolio only a few months later. And actually, I saw immediate behavior change in the next meetings. They just didn't know what their job was. Nobody had told them. So don't take for granted that your sponsor knows what it actually means to be a sponsor other than to sign a charter. There's a lot more to it than that. And as we talked about with actions and decisions-based information, give them the information they need to make educated, informed decisions. If they don't know, of course you're going to keep actively and regularly engaging them, but if they don't know what you want from them, you know, the best sponsor is the one that you go in and you tell them what you need them to do and they just go do it. Well, teach them that that's their job, right? And that that's how you are going to make them look good. And the minute you make them look good, the minute they make the PMO look good.